What's going on, everyone? Tony here with Tony's Vape, and I'm going to tell you what. Everybody loves their Pegasus. Everybody that has one, they love it. They love everything about it. No, they don't, because it ends up looking like that. You end up getting this tarnished look on there, the patina on these copper mods. Now, as you can see, I've already polished out the TOBH Addy, or Tobe, however you guys want to pronounce it, but I have not done the mod itself. It's still patinaed. You can see where my hand sits on it and all that. And some people may like it. I know Twisted 420, he loves his patina. But I like shiny. I like polishing things. I love everything about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to polish this thing up today. Now, there's different ways that you guys can polish this copper. You can do it with rubbing compound. You can do it with these little rouge, I think they call it. It's basically a brick you put on a buffing wheel. Do it that way. I'm going to be using a standalone buffing wheel, but you guys can get buffing wheels for like your bench grinders or whatever. And you can also get buffing wheels for your power drill. You know, just chuck it up, hit the drill, and polish it out. It will be slinging some pretty nasty black stuff off of it, so wherever you're doing it, make sure it's not going to sling it on anything that you really care about. Now, whenever I got this mod, I ordered it from Vox Vapes on eBay, and when it came, it had a little problem. Let's see if we can get up close. See that little pop mark right there? It's like the laser come off track from the little pony down here, and it just put a little pop mark in it. And then down here on the button, you can see that flat spot right there. I sent him a message, and I meant to just send him a message. Matt, if you're watching this, I did. I meant to send you a message. I sent Matt a message over at Vox Vapes. I said, hey Matt, I got this little pop mark that's in the tube, and I've got this little dent in the button. You know, what can we do to work this out? And what had happened is eBay ended up opening up a case on it. I didn't want to open up a case. This isn't a big deal. You know, I talked to him. He gives me a resolution. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, neutral feedback. I still got my copper mod, you know. I try not to give anybody negative feedback unless they are just complete assholes. Matt did one better. He says, I'll tell you what. He goes, I'm going to send you a tube and a full button in a package with a return shipping label. Holy crap. You know, nobody does that on eBay anymore. So Matt and I got to talking back and forth in this freaking eBay thing that they decided that I needed. I didn't need it. And he ended up sending me a whole new mod. And I've got some other new toys that I will be reviewing. So with this one, I've had it about a week, and I mean, you can see the patina's pretty good on it. It's pretty dark, it's pretty nasty. And what we're going to do is we're going to polish that thing up to look just like that Tobe Addy. I'm telling you, it's already starting to patina, but it's a lot shinier than that mod is. So let's dive up close to this buffing wheel, and I'll show you exactly how I get it done. Had to have one more. Alright, as you can see, I've got the bottom button off and I've got the tube, no battery in it. I am going to leave that 510 connection on there, and we will have to clean this out. But for now, we're going to leave it on there because I want all of this being the exact same polish. Now on this button right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little bolt out. And then I'm going to pull the switch out, and as you can see, it has magnets. Both the magnets ended up going flying, but they're going to stick together. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this locking ring completely off. We're not going to polish the locking ring just yet. Then what you want to do is you want to take your button, put it back into the switch so that it sits just like that. Take both your magnets, it doesn't matter if they're together, put those in there, and then put your bolt back in. Once that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to get all of this polished exactly the same. And we'll just take it, screw it back into the mod. Great threads on this, by the way. And now we're ready to polish this guy up. Now you're going to need some tools. You're going to need a buffing wheel. I'm using a stitched wheel, which is pretty aggressive. For copper, it's a little too aggressive, but it works beautifully. It just leaves a little bit of scratch marks in there. You're going to need some gloves. This thing is going to get hot as hell while you're buffing it out. And then I'm going to use some red rouge compound. This is made specifically for copper, so we're going to use this. Now to use these bars, all you got to do, push it up against that buffing wheel and load it up. It's going to kind of turn a little bit of a red color. I apologize about this camera. This thing is acting weird as hell. It's usually not this jumpy. Then once you got it loaded up, you'll just take your mod or anything else that you want to buff out this copper, and you just start buffing it out. And every now and then, grab your compound and dose it up again. Son of a bitch. You got to make sure to hold on to these things tight. And just after that little bit of work, this thing is looking fantastic. Let's go ahead and hit that button one time. Hit the top of that 510. You've got to be really careful when you're buffing these things out. They get hot. Don't hold it in one place too long because it will burn it. I mean, it'll leave one hell of a mark in it. That is exactly what you want right there. Now you can go further. You can get a finer compound and you can polish this, I mean, mirror smooth. However, for me, I kind of like it right there because I know I'm going to have to do it again. And guys, that's all there is to polishing out anything copper. It doesn't matter if it's a penny mod, a copper Hades, if it's a Pegasus, it doesn't matter. And every one of them are going to polish out the same. The only thing is, if you have one that is already clear coated, don't polish it. If you want to clear coat them, you can polish them out, clean them up with some wax and grease remover, and you can clear coat them yourself. However, don't get anything on them threads. You need that conductivity. And right there she is, all put back together. I'm going to tell you, that thing, it looks great. I love it. Love it. If you guys need any more help with anything that has to do with mods or clear mods or whatever, hit me up. Leave a comment below and I'll help you guys out in any way that I possibly can. I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all in the next video. Keep vaping.